Hi, I'm Raven Walsh, and I'm going to be your WOD coach for Wednesday, December 31st, 2014. So today is the last day of 2014, and we're just going to do a little side note before we really get into the meat of our WOD today, which is reflecting back on the last year. Are you rejoicing in all that you've been accomplished, the dreams that you've reached, the goals that you had aspired for and exceeded? Or are you looking at 2015 going, maybe I need to put a better game plan together? So I hope that it's the former and not the latter. But the great news is that today is a new day and tomorrow is a new year. And with that, you get to decide what your future looks like. So the past doesn't matter into what your future can look like. So you can decide today that you will change that forever. I know for my husband and I, starting out 2014, we had a big vision of what it was that we wanted. We weren't putting in the work. We didn't have the plan put together, but we just decided to clean up a lot of things in our lives, put things in place to actually accomplish those dreams. And what that's turned into is as of October 28th, I was able to walk away from my full-time job to be a full-time mom at the age of 30, earning an extra $2,000 a month with AdvoCare. Right now, we're actually on track to triple that income to $6,000 a month by my daughter's first birthday, which is April 7th. And I know that's possible because of all of the great things that are going on right now throughout all of AdvoCare and specifically on our team, Team Reynolds Champions, and to narrow it down a little further, mine and my husband's team. And what that looks like for us is, a great basis of that is the team that we have. So today's WOD is going to be about what does your team look like? And I know some people that are watching this are going, well, I don't have a team. Maybe I'm brand new or I've been at it a little while, but I'm just starting to look at this as a serious business. And what I'm going to tell you is you do have a team because first, if you're not leading yourself, you're really not going to do very much in trying to lead other people. And so the first step is going to be to get a clear vision, a clear direction, where it is that you're going, who do you want to be? Who do you need to be to create that future that you desire? So that's step one. And once you've done that, then you need to be really looking at, well, what does it look like for your team members? So I just want to go over a few of the things that have really made a world of difference in mine and my husband's team. And keep in mind, we just have some absolute superstars. And I don't mean superstars in like, oh man, their PGV is just crazy and they just are awesome recruiters. And of course, we do have some people that do that. But I'm talking about superstars in life. I'm talking about quality people that raise our bar on a regular basis. And so the first question I have for you is, how do you view your team? How do you view your team members? For me, the way that I view our team is they're a privilege. It is an honor and a privilege that I get to be on this journey with them, that I get to serve them to help them reach their goals. And so those are some easy words to say, but in reality, what does that look like? Well, for one, what that looks like is I go out of my way to let them know that I am available for them. So when they share with me the purpose on their heart, we dig that out, what it is that they're looking for. We lay out a plan to make it happen. And then they say, oh, I've got someone that wants to do a three-way call tonight. That means that I'm not going to say, oh, you know what? I had plans to watch a movie. I'm not going to be able to do that. No, instead, my response is going to be like, really? Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet your friends, right? Or, perhaps they sometimes are going to be met with disappointment where they've scheduled a call and it didn't happen. Are you going to take the attitude of like, man, I set my time aside and that didn't go through? And instead, you can look at it as, this is an opportunity to train. Why didn't that call go through? What could we do better next time? And sometimes the answer is nothing. Sometimes it's an emergency, that sort of thing. But then sometimes it's an opportunity where you can help your team grow and to learn as well. So first off, always view your team as the people that you have the pleasure, the honor, the privilege of serving and helping. And I can guarantee you that is 100% the case because we have so many champion leaders on our team that I get the pleasure of working with and the pleasure of doing life with. And I'm so thankful for that. Another simple attitude is just when your team reaches out to you, if they have a question, or let's say maybe one of their challengers has an issue or whatever it is, what is your attitude towards that? Is it something that you are looking forward to the opportunity to helping them, or is it an inconvenience? And so you want to make sure that you're always coming from the right place with your team. Also, when you're looking at, building your team, are you having fun? Because here's the deal, guys. I mean, this is a volunteer army, right? And you may be at a place where you're really successful in your business, but for your new people, your brand new people, they're just getting into the game. And so if you are not making this a fun environment, and I'm not talking about like, oh, it's just like this raging party all the time, but I'm talking about you just have fun with each other. You celebrate things, you smile. They can hear it coming across in your voice, right? Then that's going to make a big difference. And I know that that has been, something that we can really look at our team, and whether it's, cousins across our team or, whatever, however you think of it, but different sections of our team are all having fun with each other, are all encouraging each other, are all being supportive of each other. And do you know where that starts? The leader, because you set the example for that. So you want to make sure that you're having fun with them. You want to make sure that every single time your team has a win, you're celebrating that, because what's going to happen is that's going to duplicate down. So when I help someone brand new on my team to retail the 24-day challenge, I'm going to explain to them, you just earned X amount of dollars. If you were at an advisor discount, then you would have earned X amount more. Or maybe it's the new person on their team, on one of my advisors' teams. I'm going to explain, you know what? You earned X amount of dollars, and next time you would have earned this if you were already at the advisor level. And so I'm going to help and explain to them through the examples of what they're doing, how they could be earning more money. And I'm going to go back to the advisor that is helping them, and I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so earned X amount of dollars. You earned this commission. Let's help them get to advisor ASAP, right? And so you're going to carry those messages down through your team. Other things that you can do is you also just want to make sure that you are providing an environment where they can learn, right? And so you always want to give the example of what are the steps of the success system. How are they best going to learn? Well, by putting you on three-way phone calls, right? And so they're going to get to hear the words coming out of your mouth as you're asking their prospect, as you're asking their friend, and having a genuine interest in them. And so as you're doing that, your friend is going to learn how to do the same thing, right? They're going to learn how to do those three-way calls for their team as well. And the focus of those calls is not, man, I really hope I can sell a lot of product. That would be so awesome. No, the focus of those calls is truly being genuinely interested in the person that you're talking with, finding out where exactly it is they're at in life and meeting them there. Because sometimes your friend may say, hey, this person really needs a challenge. They got to lose all this weight, blah, blah, blah. And you get on the phone with their friend, and their friend, is telling you about how they hate their job, how, they aren't earning enough income, and you just happen to share with them what's going on in your life, and you provide that solution, right? And so they're going to learn those things in that environment. And so another thing that you want to do is that when your team comes upon challenges, you want to be that encourager, and you want to be helping them through that lull. Because sometimes, and I mean, everyone, if you stay in this business long enough, you're going to have some disappointments, right? And are you going to teach your team how to roll through those disappointments, how to move forward, how to keep driving forward? Or are you going to be like, yeah, that's really hard. That stinks. Oh, well, maybe next time, So a great example is on mine and my husband's team. We had some extraordinary growth, especially the first 6 months of the year. And coming out of the summer, we had our highest paycheck ever. And some of our team members started kind of backing off, right? Backing off their business. Life had come up. Did we stop loving on them? No. So you're always going to provide the direction, the steps, the guidance. You're always going to try and meet your team members where they're at. You're always going to try and help them understand, hey, you know what? These are the things we need to do to help get you to your goals. But sometimes people are going to check out. And so we didn't say, hey, you know what? Forget about you. We're not going to ever talk to you again. Now that you're not referring us people, or now that you're not talking to people, whatever. No, we loved them where they were at. And when they were ready to make some changes, we were there for them to get back on board. And what that's turned into for myself and my husband is last pay period, the second to last pay period of the year, typically the slowest pay period of the year, we had our biggest check ever. And that only happens because you create that environment where your team has that vision of where they're going, what you're doing, and that you are going to be there for them regardless, if they step out for a little bit. That they can hop on board, and there's never going to be a, hard feelings or a why didn't you do this, or, what's your attitude when your team takes some time off? You just keep driving forward. You keep finding new people that want it. And when they're ready to get on board, you be there. So I would just really like you guys to take some time and think about what it is that you can be doing, what it is that you can be duplicating down into your team to create a solid team that is going to be there through the highs, like this all in and the new year and all the great things that are happening. And then at some point when they hit that struggle in the business, they're not going to quit because they know you are not going to quit on them. They know that you are going to be there regardless. They know that you are going to keep fighting for their purpose when sometimes it seems like maybe it's unattainable. Okay? So you got to be the person that's there for them. So think about what it is you can be doing for your team. Sorry this WOD ran a little bit long, but I hope that there's some value in there for you guys, because if you can dig down and make sure that your team knows that you truly care about them outside of AdvoCare, you care about them as a person, you care about them and their goals and their dreams, then you will accomplish anything and more that you could ever dream of. So you guys are champions. You better start your 2015 out with a bang. Look forward to talking to you soon.